Okay, now we'll try.
All right. I hate to tempt you. All right, Fred. If you could take us, begin with the third floor, some of the unique features about this floor and who's going to be on it.
Okay, on the third floor, the offices up here will be the assessor's offices on the south end of the courthouse. In the center of the courthouse, on the east side, will be the probation people. On the west side, will be the community corrections and a small claims court. And on the north end of the courthouse, on the east side, will be the law library. And on the west side is the prosecutor's office, which as of now will probably not be occupied at the beginning. Some things to note up here: the stairwells, the ceiling is the original tin ceiling, metal ceiling of the courthouse. All the floors, the stairs, the stair railings are all the original. The third floor is basically new, because at one time in the old courthouse, the courtroom was a two-story room extended from the second floor all the way up to the ceiling. And we've put a third floor in there to pick up this space.
Okay, and can you talk about the center section that we saw earlier?
In the center section, right under the dome, what we call the atrium, here again the metal ceiling has been retained, restored, and also 4 stained glass panels have been placed in there with some indirect lighting, which gives it a neat appearance, probably the focal point of the third floor.
And that will be used, as you said, for a waiting.
It's a waiting room, yes, for the offices.
And elevator, there was one here before, now there's a new one.
We have 2 elevators. The old elevator did really not meet code, and it's going to be used primarily as a security elevator to transport prisoners from the basement to the courtroom, and also for the judge's private elevator. And the new elevator, much larger one, is used for the public.
Now, I heard that people are worried about it making too much noise. Or is there any...
The elevator at the present time seems to be noisy going up. For a new elevator, we're kind of surprised. We're not sure if it's a problem or if it can be corrected or what, but we're looking into it.
Okay. And now if you could take us to the second floor, who's going to be there and what special...
All right, on the second floor, coming in from the south again, the south, both sides of the hall are public restrooms. These are new. We did not have those on the second floor before. They're large restrooms. Next to that are jury rooms, and following that are the 2 courts. The circuit court is on the east side and the superior court on the west side. The 2 courtrooms are identical. And beyond that to the north are the court reporters, and then beyond that at the north end are the 2 judges. The circuit judge is on the right, has his private office, and on the left is the superior court judge. The courtrooms are probably the focal point here. The spectator seating are actually benches, or look like church pews. There's a beautiful wooden railing in front of the jury box and the spectator seating. And the circuit court, the judge's bench has been restored, and this is the original bench that the judges have used for many, many years. The superior court is a similar bench, but it is new.
Anything else to mention on the second floor? Anything else done other than the courtrooms?
No, the courtrooms have been restored. That's basically it, yeah.
Okay. And now the first floor.
On the first floor will be the same 4 offices that have always been there, although the 3 of them have been rearranged. The treasurer's office has been moved from the south side to the north side of the courthouse. That's because of the elevator. And the clerk and the recorder's office have been switched. The recorder is on the east side to the south, and the clerk's office is on the east side to the north. Some openings have been made. The office has been opened up a little more. And probably one of the major changes is that both the clerk and the recorder will serve their clients from the hall. There'll be some roll-down gates and a counter, and the people will actually be in the hallway doing their business in these 2 offices.
Okay, how about the outside differences that people might have noticed?
I'm sure everyone has noticed that we've removed all the concrete outside, and we have a lawn out there and some trees, all except the southwest corner, which has a handicap parking and a handicap ramp for the people to get in. They'll go in through the basement and take an elevator to wherever they want to go.
Okay. When did the project begin? When did they actually start working on
the project? Started a year ago in October. October 17th was the official date.
Okay, so it's taken just a little bit over a year?
It's taken about a year, and we probably would have been on schedule. We're on schedule, except the casework was not quite completed on schedule. And because of that, we couldn't lay the carpet, and we couldn't finish painting, and the electricians couldn't finish. So it held us up probably a couple of weeks. But it really didn't matter a whole lot because we had planned to move at the end of November anyways. So people are moving. The furniture is in now, and the law library has been moved, and people are starting to move their individual things in. And this coming the Saturday and Sunday after Thanksgiving, we're going to move the computers and the personal things.
Okay. Have you had any response from people? Anybody peeked in here and that are going to be working here and giving you their comments on what they've seen?
Oh, I think they're impressed with several things. Most of them like the outside. They like the grass. Inside, I think the fact that we've restored a lot. Most people are very happy with that. The windows have all been restored. The hallways have been restored. Some ceilings have been kept. So most people are very, very happy that we restored a lot of it, just not replaced it.
Well, yeah, can you talk a little bit about the windows as you did earlier? Most of these, I think you said, are the original woodwork, right?
All of the first 2 floors, all the windows, all the woodwork is original. Doors, baseboards, the windows have all been stripped and stained and refinished, except the sash, the glass part of it. That's a custom-made window. It looks exactly like the old ones did, except they're thermopane. I might mention mechanical systems. It's called a 4-pipe system, so that you can heat one room and cool the next room. They can operate both at the same time.
So each room has its own individual?
Individual controls, and or each office at least has its own controls. And we can heat and cool it at the same time.
Any interesting stories or that you guys, the workers, or you ran into any interesting things?
Well, and one interesting thing was in the basement there was an area that was unexcavated under the treasurer's office. It's an area about 8 foot wide and 22 feet long, and this was completely enclosed with wall, and it was full of dirt. And the story has it that this was done years ago because the old-time robbers would like to come into the basement and drill up from the bottom and through the floor into the treasurer's vaults. And so this was inaccessible by a robber. That's the story. And it makes sense. Back in the old days, I guess that's the way it was, because the money was kept in the treasurer's office for longer periods of time. And today it goes to the bank every day. And they didn't do that in those days. So we've cut an opening into this space and made a room out of it. Removed all the dirt and put a ceiling in it and are using the space.
How much was the renovation project, the total cost?
It's going to cost about between $2.25 and $2.5 million.
Okay. Are you pretty much, as far as budget is concerned, about?
We're well under budget. Yes. Of course, you have to understand in public works you have to budget high, because you can't go over. But we're happy that we're well under the budget.
Now, was this project did it or is it going to raise public's taxes?
It will not raise taxes. No, this is coming out of EDIT, Economic Development Income Tax, and the county has the money for it, and it'll be paid off when it's finished.
Okay. Unless you've got anything else, I think that's about all the questions I have.
One other interesting feature that I'm kind of proud of is the light fixtures in the lower hall. These are the original fixtures. They've been cleaned up by Ditto Sales. Actually removed the tarnish from the brass and refinished them, and we wired them up and put them back up, and they're really beautiful.
Perfect. All right. get a little bit more video. This will be on tonight, 6 to 9:30.
6 to 9:30.
6 and 9:30.
Oh,
Yeah, it looked good. I went back and looked at it yesterday.
hey, did you see the shelf that's back in here? Did you? The one they cut down.
What's that point that they? Yeah, laying right down there on the floor. Yeah, we get this. Around their wedges. Stuff squeezed out pretty good.
She took off the last month and a half. Wanted to go to ball.
Oh, yeah, that's right.